We got reports that it was a plane that struck the World Trade Center.
This was a moment where the TWU really rose to the occasion and demonstrated the essential nature of the work we do. I still remember crossing the Verrazano Bridge, seeing the smoke come out of the Trade Center and making a U-turn on the bridge and going back to Kennedy Airport to be with our members, because we had members in the World Trade Center. Everybody realized something was really wrong. So they all just got out of the building.
Both towers of the World Trade Center have been hit by aircraft. Both are in flames.
I could see the station was getting smoke, and we started entering the station. I started hitting the horn. I let my conductor know that we're going to pick these people up. There's just no way to leave them. You can't just leave them like that.
I had to try to establish some degree of calm. People were so excited to the point it was being yelled out, leave them out there, let's get out of here, we're gonna die. I said, what I have to do is follow instruction. My instruction is to get you out of this area to a safe location.
I was working at Bedford Avenue on the L train, and then some passengers was saying that the building just collapsed. And then after that, that's when I called my mother, because my mother used to work for at the World Trade Center, and I notified her that the building had collapsed.
Some guys just dispatched themselves. They just went, and they were just doing whatever they could to help folks, either with rendering first aid, moving people, transporting people, and they would put themselves in harm's way, and they would just work on the pile, all 3 shifts.
I was down at ground zero, down a hole, alongside a fireman, clearing debris, touching metal that was red hot, and just passing it back and forth. I mean, none of us knew the word tired. A lot of guys were beat, but we kept going, because we're all Americans, we're TA workers, and we're working side by side with every agency, every other city agency that's our brother and sister in this land.
Track workers, structure maintainers, signal maintainers all over the city. When their tours ended on a midnight tour, they all flocked down here. Nobody told them to come. They were in the pile along with everybody else. The most lasting memory in my mind of just being down there is the smell, the acrid smell in the air, the smell of death, the smell of just flames engulfing Lower Manhattan, and that's imprinted on me. And the scariest thing of all, they would call for a dog, and everything would get silent, and you would just start to pray that, maybe they found somebody.
Asbestos was in there, is in those buildings, lead is in those buildings. There are the VOCs. However, the concentrations are such that they don't pose a health hazard. We're going to make sure everybody's safe.
We had to sweep all the steps and then walk around and then pick up the garbage, trying to get all the debris and everything all around.
They were serving breakfast in a restaurant right close by, and we had to take our mask off to eat. And as you eat, the dust, of course, you're ingesting that. So we knew it was dangerous, but we were hungry.
I was down there, got there early, first day. I was there up to the second day when they finally got to my relief.
And were you concerned about health effects from down there?
Didn't think about it.
Didn't think about it?
Not at the time, no.
But later on?
Oh yeah, still do.
TWU
put their personal safety aside, didn't think about the risks to themselves or what it do their, the families if they got sick. They basically just wanted to go there to help other folks. And to me, that's what TWU has always been about.
There was no such thing in that pile as an ethnicity or a religion. Everybody was on that pile working together as Americans, and that's a truly a blessing. And I look around the country today, and there's such division in the country, and I harken back to that pile about 20 years later, and no such division existed on that pile.
As I'm going down with the bus, I see all kind of signs, all people saying, "We love you, New York City Transit. We thank you and we love you," and that's a good feeling because they appreciate what we're doing.